In five, four, three, two, one. Immortal, remember, I have the network behind me. Oh, you're on air. Oh my goodness, we're on the air. So nice of you to drop in for a minute. Because the network is with me. And I will be champion again. Welcome, Jinxxnation. This is your public service announcement. And we're back with our regularly scheduled program. Am I psycho? I don't know. You tell me. Face on. You can't see me, and we're back. Yes, and you will not turn your mic off on me. No, you will not. You little jimmies that have a conspiracy against me, and the briefcase that has a conspiracy against me, you will get got. Legend killer. Ha ha. Yeah. Sorry about that. We're back on the air. And this is your host, Jay Cataldo 845. Welcome to my channel. Yeah. Macho Man Randy Savage. Rest in peace, Savage. Anyway, we're on the air. This is your regularly scheduled program. And I am your host. Or your YWC GM, anonymous GM. Yeah. No, I wish. Anyway, we're here for the Impact Wrestling Review. It is Thursday, July 14th. And I want to say happy birthday, Ma. You know, 72 years on this earth and battling cancer. Love you, Ma. For real. Yeah, so she's in the other room sleeping right now, but happy birthday, Mom. Um, so, Impact Wrestling. Just got done watching it. Pretty decent. You know, I give it one thumb up. You know what I mean? It was pretty decent, like I say. Impact opens normally, again, with Immortal coming out to the ring. This time in tuxedos. They have a roulette table and everything else in the ring. So forth and so forth. I don't know what the hell's going on. Saying they're going to gamble with wrestlers' careers and they're going to throw Mr. Anderson a party. Okay? You know, we all know Mr. Anderson joined Immortal. If you don't know and you're under a rock somewhere, then wake the fuck up. Mr. Anderson's part of Immortal. It's going to help them both out, you know, in the long run. Yeah, so, you know. It's not no NWO, so, you know. The wrestlers they have there, only maybe like two or three of them could fit in if it was still NWO. Mr. Anderson makes a good addition, you know what I mean? Yeah, it could carry them mad far. Or a lot further than what they're being carried right now. You got Gunner, you know, Bully Ray, Scott Steiner, Abyss. That's it. You know, I don't know. And then with Mr. Anderson there, yeah, so, you know, so. Anyway, Mr. Anderson music's hits. Out comes Mr. Anderson in a camouflage tux. I thought that was cool. I want to find me a tux like that. Not that color, but a camouflage tux, that shit's hot. They talk, blah, 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 blah. You know, how they're going to take out Sting, so forth, and all this and that. Lights go out, of course. You know, once they say Sting, lights go out. Sting arrives. He's sitting in the ring at the roulette table. Sting says, you know, he has all the aces in the hole, blah, blah, blah. You know, whatever. I like Sting's character. It's kind of funny because it's different. It's a Joker thing, the whole Joker theme. He's never done that before. He's done the Crow thing. And then, of course, he's done the Dark Knight Sting, whatever. I don't know, you know what I'm saying? Now he's doing the whole Joker thing. Kind of cool, but it is getting a little bit carried away with it, I think, over the edge with it. because of what I'm gonna say here. But he says he has all the aces in the hole. Sting does, and he says, you forgot that he had the network, and he's gonna win the world title and bring it back to Dixie Carter, and said there's somebody else that's got a bigger bite than he does, or a bigger bark than he does. Whatever. And he says he's gonna leave Impact, or the Impact Zone, as champion. And he tells him, I got all my aces in the hole. He says, look up, and you see a bunch of killer clowns, basically the clowns from the Batman movie. The Joker's army. They had the clown masks on with the jackets and stuff. So that's what you see. You see them in the Raptors. Okay, that's what I'm saying. They're getting carried away with this whole Joker thing. They're going overboard with it. You know what I mean? I don't know. It could be a good thing, could be a bad thing. I don't know, but I do like the new Sting. It's kind of unique. You know what I mean? He's got a whole different uh, attitude towards him, and it's kind of hot. So then we go into match one. Bound for Glory Series match. It's the Pope versus Robert Roode versus Samoa Joe. None of these guys have points. I don't know what's going on with Samoa Joe, man. If TNA doesn't do something with him soon, I hope he comes to WWE, man. I like to see him in WWE. Always like Samoa Joe, so yeah. But it was a pretty decent match, back and forth action. But in the long run, Robert Roode wins. He gets his first points of the series. The other two are probably mathematically out of it with uh, what's his name? Oh, I can't think of his name, man. The one dude, man. I can't think of his name. Anyway, he's got like 31 points or some shit like that. Okay, so like I said, Robert Roode wins that match. I can't think of the dude's name, man. Fuck. Amazing Red's brother, man. Whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? Whatever his name is. I can't think of it off the top of my head. So, but he has 31 points or something like that. So, yeah, it's going to be hard for them to catch up. Then you see Jeff and Karen cutting a promo, coming back from Mexico and walking into the Impact Zone. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, okay, Jeff Jarrett's back. What be fucking do? Who cares? Then we get another Immortal promo. Hogan says they need to take out Sting before the match, to help Mr. Anderson out. And then in walks Jeff and Karen. Okay, they have sombreros for everybody. Jeff has a briefcase. Inside the briefcase is the Mexican title. Yes, he's the Mexican World Champion. Who gives a fuck? The title's irrelevant anyway, you know what I mean? Who cares? You know what I mean? Whatever. Then right after that, we get another promo. Okay, so you get 3 promos in a row. The Pope cuts a promo with Devon's sons, blah, blah, blah. He talks about how he almost had the match, so forth and so forth. Devon comes out, says, I told you not to be around him, and I told you to stay away from my sons, blah, blah, blah. I don't trust you, so forth and so forth. They go back and forth, and then Pope says, well, if your kids turn their back on you, it's not my fault, blah, 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 so what, so what? You know what I mean? I don't know where the storyline's going. It's a typical I'm gonna take your wife type storyline. Who gives a fuck? I'm tired of them shits. So, yeah. Finally, we get match 2. It's Austin Aries versus Shannon Moore. Pretty good X Division match. The only problem I have with this match is the way Austin Aries won. It's supposed to be Wrestling Matters, it's supposed to be X Division, and they're, the tip of the iceberg when it comes to wrestling. And Austin Aries wins by hitting Shannon Moore with the fucking chain to the book of Dilly Gags by Shannon Moore. You know what I'm saying? And, Austin Aries says he's the best wrestler hands down in the company, but you got to pull this. It makes the X Division look bad, man. X Division is about wrestling and pulling aerial moves. Now, he did do a slingshot somersault thing into the ring, but he still hit him with the fucking chain, and it was ridiculous. I mean, come on. It's the X Division, so you know what I mean. Come on. Then we get Abyss cutting a promo saying that, he let Immortal down. Bischoff and Hogan are mad at him for losing the X Division title. And he says to Kendrick he's going to get it back, so forth and so forth. Kendrick better watch out. And then he turns around, he starts to walk out, and then one of the clowns, Sting's clowns, attack Abyss, take him out with the baseball bat. Okay, so we have that. Match 3. We get Madison Rain versus Tara. Okay, pretty decent match. Tara says she has a gift for Madison Rain. So forth and so forth. I still love Tara's entrance when she comes out on the bike, man. She was still looking hot as hell. I like Madison Rain's outfit. The fatigue outfit was hot. But in the long run, Tara hits the Widow's Peak and wins. Then she brings Poison out. But during the match, she tried to do the Canadian Destroyer. Tara did. I thought it was cool, If she would have pulled it off, I would have went crazy. I'd have been like, oh my god, like, Tara's doing the Canadian Destroyer. Shit was hot. Then, after that, Kurt Angle cuts a promo talking about he's the number one contender, and no matter who the champion is, he's still going to win the title, and that he's got, him and Mr. Anderson has, history, so forth and so forth. Uh, then he talks about how him and Sting have history, and he brings up the main event Mafia. And then he talks about the empty arena match that nobody won, and that he's never beaten Sting one-on-one, and kind of pisses him off. But he said it doesn't matter. At Hardcore Justice, he's going to become the champion, which I see happening. Kurt Angle's going to win the title at Hardcore Justice. That's what I see happening. You know what I mean? Definitely. So that was his promo, blah, blah, blah. Then Jeff and Karen cut another promo, leaving the Impact Zone. Jeff gets in the car. Karen opens up the trunk to the truck, and one of the clowns is standing in the trunk. She runs. He comes out, hides behind the back of the car, beats Jeff Jarrett down with the bat, and that's it. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Then we get match 4. We get a number one contenders match for the tag team titles. We get Mexican America versus British Invasion. Pretty good action back and forth. Like the spots, whatever, whatever. But I'm glad that the Mexican America won. Rosita came out looking hot as hell. I'll say it again. Well, I said it before, and I'll say it again. Rosita's going to be a star. And I can't wait for Rosita to go on her own. She looked hot. She had the fucking bun with the fucking cornrows. The shit was fucking sexy. Yeah, you're fucking hot, mama. Yeah. But yeah, Mexican America won, man. I'm fucking tired of the British invasion. Nothing against British people, but I don't know, man. They walk around like, most of them do, walk around like their shit don't stink. And that's the guys, which is a damn shame. So yeah, Mexican America wins. They're the new number one contenders for the tag team titles. They'll get a title shot at Hardcore Justice probably. You know what I mean? So that was that. I mean, it was pretty good action throughout the whole show. Then we get another promo that Immortal cuts. Immortal's been cutting promos all fucking night. It's Gunner outside. Well, actually, no, it's not Gunner outside. It's Gunner and Bully Ray. Gunner says he wants to find these guys. He wants to be the hunter and not the hunted. So he starts to walk out, and Bully Ray looks like he's going with him, and he turns around. Blah, blah, blah. And it leads into Gunner cutting another promo outside in the parking lot, calling these clowns out. 4 of the clowns come out. They beat Gunner down, then they take off their masks, and come to find out it's Fortune. AJ Styles, Christopher Daniels, James Storms, and Kazarian. They beat the fuck out of Gunner. It was hilarious. Finally, we get match 5. We get the world title match, Sting versus Mr. Anderson. Pretty good match. It was slow in some spots. Most of the matches had some slow spots, but there was some spots that were real good. Picked up. Then, I don't know, you kind of seen it coming. The referee got knocked out, and Bully Ray was the only one left. He snuck down to the ring. He hit Sting because Sting had Mr. Anderson in a Scorpion Deathlock. He hit Sting in the back of the head. Told Mr. Anderson to hold him. Mr. Henderson held him. He was going to hit him with the chain. Lights go out. He gets beat up with that. Taken out, blah, blah, blah. Lights go out again. There's nobody in the ring. Sting comes in, drops a Scorpion Death Drop. Wins the title. He's the new champion. What's this going to mean for Immortal? What's this going to mean for Mr. Anderson? Who knows? But you look at the top of the ramp, it's a clown. He takes off the mask, and it ends up being Kurt Angle. Okay. All in all, I'll give it 5.5 stars. TNA. It was pretty good. Too many Immortal promos like normal. Yeah, so it is what it is. It was, good spots, bad spots, whatever. Catch me tomorrow. I'll do a video during the day. Then for the SmackDown review, Jinxxnation. See you on the flip side. 1.